Hi. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Raw, or Lonely Night Raw. I am Tony Schiavone, here with Trini Kwan and with Corey Graves. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Lonely Night Raw, what are we going to see here today? What are we going to see here today? On Monday Night Raw or Alone Night Raw, Tony Schiavone says, well, I think I know, Trini Kwan says, I think Baron Corbin, who's been throwing his weight around as the main overseer of the TWF, is going to last get his here today, Trini Kwan says. Well, I don't think he is, Corey Graves said. At the end of the day, I don't think that he is going to get his. I think at the end of the day, I think that he's not going to get his at all. I think that, that Dennis Rodman and the Hulk and whoever foes he's been making, they're still going to get the upside on him. So I just want to wish everyone here on Alone Tonight Raw, welcome to Alone Tonight Raw. And I know the scathing over years of the TWF. Oh, we're not as cool as the SMW or any of those other toy wrestling gatherings out there, or businesses, or whatever whatever you want to call them. But I got two folks that I'm truly not happy with. One of them would happen to be Dennis Rodman, and the other one would happen to be the Hulk, or the Big. Now, why the fuck would I even care about those two? Because they've been irksome to me for some time, and I'm going to get even with them. You know how I'm going to get even with them, right? I'm going to... Yeah, well, that's what I'd like to know, Baron Corbin. I'd like to know how you goal to get even with them. Ever since I made you the main overseer of the TWF, you have been nothing more than throw your weight around. First, you started with the Hulk or the Big, then you started with Dennis Rodman, who you're not going to throw your weight around next. Baron Corbin, I may have made a mistake when I made you the main overseer of the TWF. So, the way that I look at it is that I think that I should fire you as the main overseer of the TWF, since I don't really think you're the right man for the work. Oh, well, Astronema or Corone or whatever you want to call, I think I am the right man for the right man for the work. Yeah, well, you could show it here today, because here today you're going to be wrestling someone that you've had a bind with, that you started a bind with, and you're good at starting things, but you're not good at ending things. So here today on Alone Tonight Raw, we're going to see you fight the Hulk. And guess what? I would think that that's going to come to an end. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, earnestly, Astronema. You're going to kill it because it was the Hulk that started all of it. It was the Big that started all of it. It was Dennis Rodman that started all of that. Oh, is that what you believe, huh? Shit! Well, guess what? You're fighting me here today. And that's not going to be good for you at all. Yeah, that's right, Astronema says. Here today, you're going to be... Can I stand up anymore? Stand up. Stand up. Shit. Okay, now I can't stand. So I can't stand up in this ring anymore. Well, that's just fucked up. Now this thing won't go back on. Stand up. Oh, I can't stand up in this ring anymore. Fuck, I can't stand up in the ring at all. What, I need a stand now to stand up in the ring now? Stand up. Fuck. So I can't stand up in this ring anymore. But here today, you're going to be wrestling the Hulk. Come on. Fuck. Stand up. Stand up. Okay, now this doll doesn't know how to stand up anymore. Stand up. Fuck. Get in there. Get in there. So I can't stand up anymore in the ring, as Geronimo said. That's sad. Ha ha. It seems that my overseer can't stand up in a ring anymore, Baron Corbin says, and she can't stand up at all. And we got this Fight Lord. He can't stand up at all. Baron Corbin said, yeah, neither can you. Oh! And the Fight Lord went down. And Tony Schiavone said it seems Astronema is now having a foe with wakefulness. But the Hulk right now just took down Baron Corbin, who is the main overseer of the TWF. Well, you're right. And I truly hope that Astronema is somehow I don't know how she's gonna overcome her bind of not standing up in the ring anymore. Yeah, well, Trini Kwan, Tony Schiavone says, well, I can tell you what, Trini Kwan said, Astronema could stand up in the ring, but for whatever ground's sake and why she can't stand up in the ring anymore. While we're talking about this, we should be talking about the Hulk, or the Big, beating Baron Corbin here today on Alone Tonight Raw, getting even for what the main overseer did to him for months. Hey, Corey Graves says, not unable to stand up in the ring has been a bind with every doll in the TWF going back to between 93 YL. Why should it be so unlike now? Yeah, the TWF been around for 30 years, and 30 years wrestlers have never learned how to stand upright. And the Hulk just missed coming from the top steeple, and now Baron Corbin, just did the end of days to the Hulk, or the Big, or whatever you want to call him, Tony Schiavone says. And it seems that the Hulk, or the Big, thinks that he's going to win. The Baron Corbin thinks he's going to beat the Hulk, or the Big, here today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Tonight Raw, Tony Schiavone said. Well, the Hulk is one of the strongest over good doers that we know of. He's one of the most mightiest of all the followers of the 4-1 Bonds of Good, Trini Kwan says. So I don't see Baron Corbin beating him. Oh, I don't care if you're a good doer or an over good doer or not, Corey Graves says. At the end of the day, every man can be beaten. Oh, Astronema just knocked down Baron Corbin with her raft staff. And the Fight Lord didn't even see that one at all. And, the Fight Lord, the Matchkeeper didn't see it at all, Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, well, Trini Kwan said, Corey Graves said, how can you say that's fair that Astronema hit Baron Corbin with her own raft staff? Corey Graves says, now how is that fair? And now the Hulk just slamming Baron Corbin. He's going to beat him here today on Alone Tonight Raw, Trini Kwan said. Yes, the Hulk or Big will beat Baron Corbin here today, Tony Schiavone said. I'll be good to know. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, the Hulk or the Big. Well, the Hulk or the Big has beat Baron Corbin here today on Alone Tonight Raw. And Baron Corbin is not going to be, in a good mood at all. Under the understanding that his head, just helped the Hulk or the Big, beat him. Tony Schiavone said, well, Trini Kwan said, when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. So at the end of the day, Baron Corbin brought it on himself, Trini Kwan said. Well, how can you say he brought it on himself, Corey Graves said. I think he's a great main overseer. It's Dennis Rodman's mistake. It's the Hulk's mistake for not giving Baron Corbin the on-look he needs or has as the main overseer to TWF. Well, I can tell you what, Tony Schiavone said, Baron Corbin isn't going to get no sadness from me. I'm not going to feel sorry for Baron Corbin and the way he's been behaving since he's been the main overseer to TWF, Tony Schiavone says. And now Michael Cole's going to talk with him now. Alright, Tony Schiavone, I'm going to be talking with Baron Corbin here today on Monday Night Raw or Alone Tonight Raw. So, Baron Corbin, things haven't gone the way you want them to go. Oh, is that so, Michael Cole? I just lost a match to the Hulk, to the Big, to a Disney Marvel self. Alright? A Disney self, I should say now. Anyway, and what is up with Astronema or Corone or whatever you want to call her? Not that she has a bind with wakefulness and can't keep her footing in the wrestling ring, but she hits me in her head with the raft staff and makes me lose to the Hulk or the Big. Well, I don't know what's up with Astronema or Corone with her bind with wakefulness or why she couldn't keep her footing in the ring. But I could tell you one thing, Baron Corbin, no one is going to feel sorry for you for what you did to the Hulk or the Big, what you've been doing to Dennis Rodman, and many other folks since you became the main overseer of the TWF. I can tell you one thing, Michael Cole, no one really gives a shit about you. You being the only WWE play-by-play doll to ever come from eBay and 28 between YL. I mean, when you think of it, no one really gives a shit about what you think. So, yeah, I lost to the Hulk, or to the Big, to a Disney self, like I said. But I'm still the main overseer to TWF, Michael Cole, and I'm still going to make Dennis Rodman and the Hulk's lives a living hell. Well, until someone comes along, Baron Corbin, and makes your life a living hell, and then teaches you a class of kindness and onlook. Well, who's going to teach me the class of kindness and onlook? You? No, but someone else is. Some other wrestler, some other fighter will. I'd like to know who that wrestler or fighter would be, Michael Cole. Well, that's my talk with Baron Corbin. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Baron Corbin here today on Monday Night Raw. And that looks like it's all the time we got here for Monday Night Raw or Alone Tonight Raw. I am Tony Schiavone for Trini Kwan and Corey Graves. We hope you like Monday Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT. And by the way, I overcame my bind with wakefulness, Astronema says.